Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I literally just finished filming last week's video. Last week it was an interesting video. We did a lot, we accomplished a lot. We cleaned some brushes, makeup brushes. We were going to the spring cleaning, but actually ended up not to because I got my period. We also did some meal prepping. This happened as a result. You know, apparently I'm starting my own garden. Oh, and I went to the gym after being depressed out of my mind for 3 or 4 weeks. Anyways, this week and in this video, I decided that I wanted to try some new recipes. You know, just to diversify my menu a little bit, because I am someone who has no trouble eating the same thing over and over again. And while it's okay, I do think that it affects my eating habits sometimes. I do think that sometimes I am kind of not excited about what's in my fridge, so I start thinking about takeout, and you know how it goes. Maybe you don't, lucky you. Because I'm feeling a little bit better after my super long meltdown, I decided that I'll take this opportunity while I'm feeling much better and motivated to do things, to try some new recipes and hopefully make my mood even better with some delicious, hopefully delicious recipes. So today in this video we are going to try 4 different recipes: breakfast, lunch, dinner and dessert, all of which I found on TikTok. So that's why we are in my kitchen at the moment, and I will break it down for you. As I'm doing them, I will tell you exactly what I'm putting. I will sprinkle something extra in this video which the TikTok videos didn't do, and I will also count the calories for each meal because I have to do it for me anyway, so I will just include it in this video. At the end of each recipe I'll give you the breakdown, so in case you want to count calories, or if you are counting calories, or if you're trying to watch your protein or anything like that, you will have those in this video as well. Okay, let's get into it. Alright, so the first recipe that we are going to try is breakfast. I just got back from the gym, took a shower. It's 1 p.m. so it's not really breakfast time, but so this one I am going to add my own twist. I'm gonna do majority of the recipe as she shows in the video. She uses tortilla for this recipe and I don't want to. Not that I don't want to, well, I don't have it, but I could have bought it, but listen. In my last video, actually, in the vlog, I made this mix for my lentil wraps, and I thought that it's perfect, you know. I'll just gonna use this instead of tortilla. So first of all, actually I need to blend it because it's still not blended, as you can see. So let me do this really quickly. We need some fire. The frying pan. I'm going to use coconut oil. This much maybe? And that is apparently 8 grams of product. And create 1 thin pancake. So I'm just gonna do this so that it covers the entire frying pan. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. While this is cooking, we need to move on to the omelette part of this recipe. A bowl. This is probably too big. Smaller bowl. I'm gonna put it on the scale. I'm actually gonna put you down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna add 2 eggs. 2. Just gonna add a little bit of green onion. The scale shows 8 grams. I'm gonna flip this and give it another like minute maybe. Just gonna add 17 grams of onion. And then she didn't do it, but I have pre-cut red bell pepper, so I'm also going to add it here. I'm just gonna add like 15 grams. She uses cottage cheese in her recipe. I don't have cottage cheese. I also don't really like cottage cheese. I think I will use goat cheese, like the spread. Don't know if it's gonna work as well. I think it should, because why not? I also have yogurt, but I think that the spread is gonna be better. And she also says season it however you want, so I'm personally gonna put salt, pepper, and garlic granules powder. You know what I mean. Pink salt, black pepper, garlic granules, and the goat cheese spread. 32 grams. And now we just mix all of this. You know, keep doing it until it's nice and smooth. Okay, so I think that this is good enough. I'm gonna add more coconut oil. That was another 9 grams. Alright, so basically what she says is that I need to add tortilla on top here. Okay, and then I need to flip the entire thing together with the tortilla on top. And so now I'm gonna add the turkey as well. I have the plate here. I'm just gonna put it on the plate. It looks so good. Before I give it a taste test, I just want to figure something out in terms of the calories because something's not adding up. It tells me that it's 688 calories. That's without, I believe, the actual lentil tortilla. Let me see. Let me just go through the ingredients and see if I just added everything right. The very first ingredient, do you see it? Red bell pepper. Do you see the mistake? Do you see what could have gone wrong? So instead of 1 cup chopped, I should have changed to 2 grams because it was 16 grams and now it's 4 calories instead of 300 calories. So I think I found our mistake. Everything except the lentil wrap is 383 calories, total fat 28.9 gram, total carbohydrates 6.9 gram, protein 23.1 gram. Lentil wrap is 66 calories, 1 wrap, total fat 0.7 gram, total carbohydrates 7.2 gram, and protein 3.3 grams. So let me do the math real quickly for you. Total calories for this entire meal is 449. Total fat is 29.6 gram. Total carbohydrates is 8.1 and protein is 26.4 gram. That's for the entire meal. Now the most important thing is the taste test. So let's see. This is so good. Take into consideration that I'm very hungry. This is my first meal. It's 2 p.m. It's perfection. Alright, but I want to watch a YouTube video and eat this, so I'm gonna go do that. And we are moving on to the next recipe, which is lunch. For lunch, we're gonna have tuna cakes. The video claims that it's a 15-minute recipe. We will see about that. Well, with the measuring everything and counting calories, it probably is not going to be 15 minutes, but let's see. So I'm just gonna empty tuna into the bowl. Okay, so now I have my tuna in a bowl. I need to add paprika or red bell pepper. I don't think that I need an entire thing, maybe like a half. Okay, so I'm literally going to use this and then I'll take like half. I honestly think I have too much here, so I'm just gonna add half. So we need to add some green onion. I have pre-cut green onion here, so I'll just add a little bit. So now we need all-purpose flour. It looks like she put 1, maybe 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, so I'm just gonna put, I guess, 2. So in her recipe she wants all-purpose flour, but I only have corn flour, so this is what I'm going to add. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of corn flour, 30 grams. And also there's garlic, so I'm gonna put like 2 cloves. Sesame oil, if it's gonna come out of the bottle. I think that that's enough. So now I just need to add salt and black pepper. So I'm adding salt, pepper, just a little bit. Just mixing everything together. I have a big frying pan. I'm gonna use coconut oil or olive oil for this. Yeah, I'm gonna use olive oil. She literally takes a little bit in her hands, rolls it in a little bowl, I guess like this, and puts it on the frying pan. This is what they're looking like. I have to say they don't look very good. It doesn't seem like they are going to stick very well. But yeah, it's like falling apart. I don't know if I did something wrong. Okay, wait. I don't want it to fall apart. I don't want it to fall apart. No, don't fall apart. Butter. Not great. Okay, moment of truth. I'm gonna turn it off. So this is what it's looking like. So here's what we have. I have to say that these two, they turned out really nice. They didn't fall apart, nothing. Now this one looks very sad. It's the biggest, and I think that maybe that's why. So I actually think that this is 2 servings. So this 2 of these, they have 218 calories in them. Total fat 11.7 grams. Total carbohydrates 17 gram, and protein 11.5 gram. Let me taste it. It's much better than I thought it would be, honestly. It has a very like nice texture, I guess. Yeah. I would give this 7 out of 10 for sure. I see myself eating this a lot. I hope that you enjoyed this recipe. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next recipe is beef spring rolls. Now I've made a change to this recipe as well. In the original recipe he was using spring roll pastry, I believe he called it, and I am using rice paper just because I already had it, and so I thought that I could use that instead. So first of all, I needed to boil some rice noodles, or glass noodles they're also called, I believe. So I added some salt to the water, brought it to boil, and then I added the noodles. Now while I was waiting for them to boil, in a bowl I mixed some minced beef. I added some garlic into it, and I also added some green onions. Once the noodles were cooked, I cut them just to make them a little bit shorter so they would be easier to mix and handle and wrap in a spring roll. And then I added some spices, which were salt, sugar, black pepper, sesame oil, soy sauce, and some cornstarch, corn flour. Then I tried to mix it with a fork, but I soon realized that it wasn't going very well, so I decided to just mix everything with my hand. So once I had the mixture ready, I turned on my oven. Then I poured some water into my large frying pan. I normally put warm water and just keep the rice paper in the water for a couple of seconds so it's nice and soft, but it's not falling apart. Then I put the mixture inside and just rolled it. It was pretty straightforward. Then once ready, I put everything into this glass dish and put it in the oven. So altogether I had
8 large spring rolls.
Okay, it's a couple of days later. I didn't film the taste test on the day because my boyfriend was around and I don't like to film and speak to the camera when anybody's around me, so I decided to leave it till another day. While I'm waiting for it to cool down a little bit, I'm gonna tell you how many calories it was. I made in total 8 spring rolls and I decided that 2 would be enough for a serving. So that means that the calories that I'm gonna tell you now, they are per serving, so that means they are for 2 pieces, 2 spring rolls. One serving, which is 2 big spring rolls, has 421 calories. Total fat 16.4 grams, total carbohydrate 38.3 grams, and protein 29.6 grams. This is what it's looking like. I have to say, not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So as you can see, it looks like this. Let's see. Yeah, it's really good. I put too much salt in it. That's the only, but that's a me problem, not the recipe problem. Another success. The video is going really well so far, so let's just move on to the 4th and last recipe and see if it's also going to be a success. See you there. If I look tired, in pain, hungry, that's because I just got back from the gym. Before I go take a shower, I wanted to film this last recipe. So this recipe is actually, I'm very excited about. I'm excited but also a little bit anxious because all of the desserts that I've tried in the past, like the healthy version, I ended up not liking very much. So this is a kind of chocolate ice cream. It's actually very simple. It has only 4 ingredients. I'm gonna take my blender cup. I did this in advance because the recipe needs 1 frozen banana. I'm just gonna put 1 whole banana. In my case, it's gonna be probably 4 pieces. Next, I need to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, which I have. 1 and 2. And we also need 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. So I have that much. The last ingredient is milk. I'm using almond milk. In the original recipe, he did it in like a smaller food processor type of thing, not in a cup like that. So I'm just a little bit afraid that if I make it thick consistency, not watery, I'll have a difficult time getting it out of this cup. So I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more liquidy so that I can actually pour it out. I think I'm just gonna cover like this, 300, and that is it. According to the recipe, we just close it and blend it now. I'm just checking as I'm blending. I just blended it for maybe 10-15 seconds. I just want to check if the consistency is what I wanted. It smells good. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more milk. That was like 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna shake it. Okay, so it's liquid. It's probably a bit more liquid than an ice cream would be. Okay, wait, this spoon has peanut butter on it. I think I'm just gonna put it in a cute glass like that. Oh yeah, it's very, I made it too liquidy, I believe. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, so this is gonna be my twist. I think every recipe in this video has had my own twist in it. I just bought strawberries. I'm gonna try it with and then without. Oh, first the other way around. I'm gonna try it without and then I'm gonna try it with strawberries. This made a full cup. I'm taking a clean spoon and let's see what it tastes like. Oh wow, wait. This is, first of all, really, really good. I think that if I didn't make it as liquid D, I think it would probably resemble ice cream more. But this tastes not like ice cream. This tastes like the chocolate mousse. I don't know how to explain. In Ireland they had this Rolo chocolate kind of mousse. It was like a cream. It's exactly the same consistency, a bit thicker. I can't taste banana. I love it. No, it's delicious. Honestly, it's delicious. Yeah. Yes, this is it. If I put the strawberries together with all the ingredients and blended it together, I think that that would actually be also really nice. 10 out of 10. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm very hungry, so probably everything tastes divine to me right now. Okay, let's talk about calories. Now, I already know how many calories it is, so I'm gonna tell you this. It's not necessarily a healthy version. Well, maybe it's a healthy version, but it's not necessarily less caloric than your typical ice cream would be. That just in case you are counting calories, you are watching calories. If not, then ignore. I still probably would go with something like that just because it's homemade. I know exactly what's in it. I can control the ingredients. I don't know. There is obviously a number of benefits when it comes to cooking things at home, making things at home. I also want to say that I messed up a little bit. I didn't measure how much milk I put inside. If you are very strict with your calories, don't trust me on this one recipe. In this 1 cup, without the strawberries, just the ice cream, it has probably strawberries would add another, I don't know how many calories, 50, 20, 50 calories, I'm not sure now. So that's it. That was the last recipe. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making this video. I really enjoyed trying all of these recipes out. I feel like I liked all of them. Yeah, I loved all of them, and I will be definitely making them again. Thank you very much once again for watching this video. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to get notified when my next video comes out. Leave a like if you liked this video. Comment if you have anything to add. I will see you hopefully in the next video.